Hi everybody, my name is Colleen and I am going to go through the Isagenix compensation plan with you, but I just wanted to introduce myself so you could see me, see I'm a real person, know what I look like while I'm talking to you, but I hope you like this presentation. If you want more information or want to talk to me personally, you can reach me at my email, fitfabisalife@gmail.com. That's FITFABISALIFE@gmail.com. I'd love to talk to you, help you, do whatever I can to make your Isagenix business explode and give you the life that you deserve and the life that you want and the life that Isagenix Unlimited Income can give you. So I hope you enjoy, and I look forward to working with you, talking with you, and so on and so forth. So here it goes. Okay, here we go, the good stuff, the Isagenix compensation plan. How can it be this easy? I know you're asking yourself, like, there's no way, there's no possible way, but once we go through this presentation, I think you're going to be floored with how easy it is to create a phenomenal income. And that phenomenal income can be as simple as earning enough to pay for your products, or earning enough to supplement a child going off to college and, you know, being able to help them, or saving, putting away for a rainy day, saving for retirement, saving for that dream vacation you've always wanted, or saying, bye-bye, screw you, corporate America, and living the life designed by you. The income potential is unlimited, and I think that you're going to see that this is an amazing life, and Isagenix is an amazing company that can give you exactly what you're looking for. So when you first log in to your back office, this is what you're going to see. Isagenix main page. Now you want to look at your team placement. What I like to do is I like to click on team, and then once you click on team, you're going to get this drop down and you're going to click view placement tree. So you're going to come to your tree, and I apologize, I should have shown you the entire page of this. You have to scroll down. The top of it is more information about your team, but in order to see your tree, just scroll down on this page that you come to. This is your tree, your business center, if you will, your team. And you're going to be at the top, and then you'll have your left team and your right team. And I want to talk about, just for a quick second, about when you log in, what you're going to see. So I'll use Stephanie as an example. Stephanie here, when she logs in, she's not going to see anything over on this side of my business, and she's not going to see me. Stephanie's going to see this, and she's going to see all this. But let's say Stephanie doesn't know her back office well, and she calls me and says, I have this Vanessa in my office. Who is she? Stephanie and I share her right leg because Stephanie is on my right side. So whomever, once you're enrolled, whatever side they enroll you on, you're going to share that leg with your upline. So when I put people on my right side, Stephanie's going to see them on her tree. It's not a bad thing because the volume rolls up from the bottom. We'll talk more about that in a minute. So don't freak out if you open your back office and you're like, I didn't put this person here, because we're going to share whatever leg I put you on. For example, if you look over on my left side, Sarah, Nicole, and Andrea, I didn't personally enroll any of them. Those are from my upline. But here's the beauty of it. They're my top 3 people on my left side. I didn't enroll them, but any purchases they make, the volume rolls up to me. Genius! So don't freak out if you see them. No big deal. They're a part of that shared side. Your business center. This little box that each person is in, each person in your team has a business center. What it is this magenta number here at the top is your associate ID number, followed by your name. Then your light blue A/S is your auto ship date. Your green A is your active until date. And something important that I want to speak to about this, your auto ship date and your active date. You should have your auto ship date be at least 1 day prior to your active date. Why, Colleen? Why should I do that? Because you want your auto ship to happen before your active until date. Here's the reason why. In order to have a business with Isagenix, you're purchasing 100 points a month. Most people probably purchase more than 100. I know I personally do. My husband does. We consume more than that. But here's the thing. If I were to have my auto ship happen on the same day as my active date, I'm only going to get to keep the points above my required 100. But if I were to have my auto ship be 1 day prior, and let's say I bought 150 BB, I get to keep all the 150. The reason why is because technically on that active date, you're going to go inactive that night if you don't purchase. So you have to purchase in order to stay active. So you're only going to get anything above the 100 BB. So a good rule of thumb is just to do your auto ship date 1 day before your active date. And then your PV, your blue PV, is your personal volume or your point values from the products that you personally purchased. And this will change, I believe, every time you purchase. It doesn't show you the accumulated amount. It just every time. So like the last time I purchased obviously in April, I bought 372 PV. And then the next wording is your recognition level and your paid as level. So I'm a manager, paid as a consultant. The paid as doesn't really matter until you get to executive. So I believe it will stay paid as consultant. I don't know. This is my first time going through, so we'll see what happens. But I know it makes a difference when you're an executive, and we'll get into that later when I talk about the financials. And then below this, I apologize that I cut it off. You'll see members and followed by a number, and that's how many people are below you or how many people your volume is rolling up from for you. So this is your business center. Enrolling a new associate. When you're enrolling a new associate, you can't even stress that enough, always want to enroll one on your left, one on your right. Repeat the pattern every single time you enroll. Why? Because you want to build a strong business. And if you remember when you looked at mine, I didn't have any open spaces. So if you need to quickly navigate to your bottom left or your bottom right, you're just going to use these bottom left and bottom right tabs, and that'll take you right down. You always, I can't tell you always enough. That's why it's red and bold. You want to go to your most outside left or your most outside right available spot. That position will read sponsor a new associate in this spot recommended. So when you go to the bottom right, you want to put them in the most furthest outside right spot or the furthest outside left spot that reads this. Here's why. Here's an important tip. Stay out of the boxes that say unoccupied. That's not your business. Mind your business, people. The only exception to this rule, and this probably won't happen in the beginning, not until you start building a stronger business, is if you were going to enroll for an associate on your team. Again, we'll use Stephanie as an example. If Stephanie were to call me and say, hey, Colleen, I've got this person. I'm not going to be at a computer all day today, but they really want to get their order in so they can get started. Could you enroll them for me? Of course I can, because Stephanie's on my team. So what I would do is I would go in. I can go into my own back office, and I can, once you're in there and you want to enroll someone, it's going to say select an enrolling and sponsor. Normally, you would check yourself, your own box, because you would be the one enrolling them. But since I'm going to enroll, normally you check this, but since I'm going to enroll for Stephanie, I will put Stephanie's associate ID number in here, click the little magnifying glass, and then her name would pop up. I'm going to click the box in front of her and then click continue. And that's the only time I would use the occupied spot, because a good rule is when someone calls you to ask you to do that for them, just make sure, am I putting them on your left? Am I putting them on your right? So with Stephanie being on my right-hand side, she may say, I want them on my left. So that's the case that they would go into an unoccupied spot under Stephanie's business. But again, you probably wouldn't do that in the beginning, but it's just something, I like to make sure that everyone knows everything, because the more duplicatable I am, the easier it is for all of you to build your business. So just a heads up that is available and can happen. So then after you click who the Enroll sponsor is, you're going to be directed to the country of origin. Most times it's going to be the United States, but we are an international company, and you may have people on your team from other countries. That's an awesome thing. It means your business is big and huge. I look forward to the day that I have a Puerto Rican member, or a Canadian member, or an Australian, or whoever. So most times you're going to choose the United States, but we are international, so you may have some people from other countries. So you'll choose their country, and then this is the first screen in the enrollment process. It talks about the Autoship. Don't be scared of Autoship, people, please. You always want to enroll people on Autoship. Why? Because it's the best, absolute best pricing, promos, and rewards. Here's the thing. You can control your Autoship anytime, 100 times a month. You can change that thing up until 11:59 the night before your Autoship is set to go. Honest to God, in almost a year in this, I change my Autoship 10 times a month, every month. I want this, I don't want this, I need this, I don't need this, blah, 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 blah. So don't be afraid of the Autoship. I have one friend, and I love her to death, but I want to wring her neck because I'm constantly having to remind her, hey, your Autoship's up. Hey, you're going to go inactive. But I know there's products that she loves that she can't live without. Put those in your Autoship. If you know you love Ionics, put an Ionics or two in there. Sure, you might not get your 100 points in there, but at least something's in there. But I mean, put something in there. Like in my husband's Autoship, I have the stuff that I know we need every month, and I don't touch it. Sometimes I go add some extra stuff in there, but at least I know his 137 BV sit in there. So just set yourself up for success, and do it for every 29 days. So you're the day before that active date, and you can, that it's all ready and set to go for you. So you always want to click yes. You want to enroll them on Autoship, and it'll give you an opportunity later to set up their Autoship for them. And there's different ways you can do that, but always everybody should be on Autoship without fail, because you're going to get the best pricing, promos, and rewards. And I only learned that through my own trial and error. I was ordering some stuff, and when I put the vitamins in there, all of a sudden everything in my cart was 10% off. I was like, what the? But that's because I'm on Autoship. I get those promos and best pricing. Everyone's going to get wholesale as an associate, but you might not get those little extras. So Autoship, people, it's a way to go. All the cool kids are doing it. Now you're going to be taken to the enrolling a new associate form. So you're going to create a user ID and a password for them. I'm going to give you a little tip and the reason behind this tip. So the username should be their first and last name, all lowercase. Now, if you have someone like Jane Smith, the name is probably already, there's probably already a Jane Smith in Isagenix. So maybe you put the last two numbers of her phone number, or maybe her birth date. number. Or like I had a husband and wife, so I did Cheryl and Greg, and then their last name. So there's different ways you can do it, but you want to keep it as close to that as possible. I personally write down everyone's username and password that I create, and I'll tell you why in a second. And then the password for your team, create the same password, whether it be healthy, whether it be lifestyle, whether it be shakes, whatever. Everybody that you enroll, give them this password and ask them not to change it. Why, Colleen? Why do you want to do that? Here's why. I write down their login and their password. So let's say Jane Smith calls me in 2 months. I'm going to Africa for 3 weeks, Colleen. I'm not going to order. I'm going to take what I have with me, but I'm not going to be here, so I'm not going to order. Here's what I do as a team leader. Okay, Jane, I'll take care of it. I go into Jane's account. I order 100 BV for her so she remains active. I put in my credit card information for a one-time payment. I put in my shipping address for a one-time ship. Order that 100 BV and have it sent. Now Jane Smith is still active for another 30 days. She now didn't lose any of her accumulated volume, and all's well in the world. Here's the best part. Let's say I have 20,000 people on my team, and Jane Smith is down at the bottom on my right leg. That 100 BV just rolled up to everyone else on my team. So here is why it's important to do this and keep it the same. Like I said, I personally consume a lot. My husband, we love Isagenix. We're Isagenix lovers. Love, love, love it. We both use it. We're both very faithful, very good users. We like a lot of products. So yes, do we buy our 100 BV? Oh yeah, and then some. So if I'm going to buy 300 BV this month, I'm going to buy 100 under myself to keep myself active, because do not go inactive. We'll talk about that later. And then I'm going to go to my bottom left, and I'm going to buy 100 on my very bottom person. And then I'm going to go to my right and buy my other 100 on my very bottom person, because I'm going to then roll that 100 rolls up to everybody on my team. I just now gave everybody on my team an additional 100 BV. Genius. Here's why. Because if I want to make money, I want us all to make money. I told my team this from the day I got fired up and decided this is it. This is my business, my passion, my love. This is what I'm going after. I'm going to be a millionaire. I said, you can do this. You can watch me do this, or you can do it with me. I'd much rather have everyone do it with me. So I'm going to share the wealth. I'm not going to be greedy and buy my 300 myself. I'm going to share the wealth with my team. And roll that BV all the way up to the top. So let's all make more money. It's a great way to do it. It's a great way to help. I've had a couple of people, my friend Lauren called me, and she was in a financial pinch and just couldn't. I knew I was buying more than my 100 BV, so I went in and bought 100 BV under her. Now my girl Lauren didn't lose any of her BV because she's interested in building a business and she wants to accumulate that volume. So I take care of my team, and I tell everyone that if you know that you're not going to be able to purchase, call me. Don't be silly. Don't go inactive. I will help you. I want us all to be extremely beyond our wildest dreams wealthy. So there's my spiel on that. And then you continue filling out the form, address, all that kind of stuff. And then there's a social security number, and a couple people have felt squeamish about this. Don't feel weird asking somebody. There's 2 reasons that Isagenix asks for a social security. One is to ensure that you're rolling real people. They want to make sure Max Lindgren isn't a dog, which he is, my dog, by the way. But and 2, in the event that you share or the new person shares Isagenix with 2 people, they get a loaded debit card with their compensation on it. And everyone says, oh, I'm not going to do the business. But who's to say in a year that 2 people don't come to you and say, oh my God, you look amazing. I want it. You're beautiful. I can't even stand how healthy and gorgeous you look. I want what you have. And you share with those 2 people. and you've been sitting on hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of accumulated BV, and you have a hell of a payday. But if you don't ever share and you don't ever build the business, Isagenix does nothing with that social number. And once I enter it in, there's nothing, I can never see it. Even if I log in as you, I can't see it. So don't be afraid. Don't let people be afraid. And truly, truly, and I've said this to a couple people, this is my life. This is my business. This is my livelihood. I definitely am not going to mess it up over a social number. So, you know, don't be afraid. Explain it to people. Most people are like, oh, okay, that makes sense. I didn't think twice about it when my friend who enrolled me asked me. So don't be afraid of it. It's not a big deal. It truly is just to double check that I'm not enrolling my dogs and cats, or you're not enrolling them. And in the event that you earn money, they want to pay you. I mean, a company who wants to pay you. That's awesome. So then after you go through all the pertinent information, it's going to come down to the email subscriptions, mobile info. I leave the email subscriptions all checked. We can easily delete things from our emails, no big deal. And then for the mobile info, I check the personal and the downline, just because if you get paid or anything like that, I want personally to know on my personal stuff. And then if anybody below me in my team does it. There's also a couple apps out there, and we can get into that in another video, but I just check those too. You can always go in and uncheck them later. You can always go in and edit your settings. And then for your choose your commission payout method, choose the ISA wallet card, and then automatically when you click yes about the email, it's going to auto-populate the email that you entered from above. And that simply goes to the payday. They're going to send you an email and let you know how much your pay was. So no big deal there. Then you're going to, the final section on the new associate form is the policies and procedures. 99.9% of the time, it's the neither I nor my spouse. The only time that the other one is checked is if someone was in an Isagenix business, not necessarily a business builder, but they were using Isagenix under someone else within the past 18 months. I don't know why they left. They're crazy. But there's a whole bunch of policies and procedures around that. I have not even heard of anyone doing that, so I don't think it's going to be a problem for anyone. So like I said, neither I nor my spouse is going to be the one that you're going to check always. And then click continue. Now it's going to take you to the placing the new associate order. So once everything's verified, they make sure the social number matches the name, you're going to be redirected to the wholesale order page where you can search choose their system. And at this point, I'm assuming that you've talked to them and you know they're going to do the president's pack or whatever. And then you go through and you'll customize it, choose their choices, make any additional items that they need. You'll put in their credit card info, you'll build their auto ship, and you'll place their initial order. Okay, now the good stuff, compensation. And the reason why I went through that, how to enroll someone, is I just want everyone to, you know, have a full vision of what goes on and how you do it so that you're not confused when you go in there. But if you're on my team, you know you can call me. I'm here for you always to help you, walk you through it, whatever. So compensation. As you share Isagenix, and people that you've enrolled begin to enroll people, your team starts to grow. So once you're enrolled on your Isagenix system, you're an associate. So what's an associate? It's an enrolled person on Autoship. They paid their $29 annual membership fee. Now, if you start with a President's Pack, a Pacesetter Pack, or a Business Builder Pack, that fee is waived. There's also various times throughout the year that there's different incentives and the fee is waived, but that fee goes down to $19 after your first year. Why is there a $29 fee, Colleen? It's just like if you belong to Costco or Sam's Club, you're a member there to get the wholesale prices. It's the same thing here. You're a member here to get the wholesale prices. That's why the Autoship's important, because you get wholesale all the time, but Autoship gives you those little bonuses that are so great. So what's an active associate? An active associate is considered active when they purchase at least 100 BV every 30 days. Again, I say 29 days because you want to make sure you're the day before that active day. But that's it. To have $1 million business, unlimited income, and the freedom financially and, health-wise, the best freedom in the world, it's 100 BV a month. Why not? Why would you question that? It's crazy. So what does active status do for me? Staying active allows you not only to accumulate your BV from your personal purchases, you also accumulate BV from everyone beneath you, regardless of depth, even if you didn't personally enroll them. What? What you say? What you talking about, Colleen? That's right. If they're below you, we'll use Stephanie again. If I have 40,000 people below Stephanie on that right side, Stephanie not only accumulates the volume from her own personal purchases, she's accumulating the volume of 39,999 people below her. Yep. And all she has to do is enroll 2 people, and that's crazy income. How do you earn money? Through product introduction bonuses, team bonuses, which is cycle pay. We'll get into that. Promotions, incentives, executive team matches. We'll get into that. And retail profits. Retail profits are if you say you own a gym and you want to sell e-shots at your gym. And that would you'd buy them for retail to sell them for retail. Or you have people who go to your Isagenix site. When you start with Isagenix, you get your own site, and they buy retail products from you because they're not quite sure they want to do it yet. I don't know why. They're waiting, but Isagenix gives you the retail profits from that. So lots of ways to earn money. What are product introduction bonuses? Those are bonuses you earn just for sharing Isagenix with someone and starting them off with the qualifying pack. If you introduce 2 or more people in the same business week, you don't have to introduce them with the same pack. Just introduce 2 people in the same week. A business week in Isagenix is Monday through Sunday. You qualify for double PIBs on the packs. So the getting started beginner packs would be the 30-day cleansing, the energy and performance, the healthy aging and telomere support, the Rejuvity skincare system with Ageless Essentials. All of those are new $25 PIB. If you introduce 2 in the same week, it goes to $50. The kosher pack, the My pack, the Product B Isagenesis starter pack, and the E-Shot starter pack all have a $25 PIB or a $50 double PIB. The Total Health and Longevity and the Pacesetter pack have a $50 PIB, $100 double. And then all the President's packs have an $80 PIB or $160 double PIB. Business Builder is for that serious person who wants to go all in, and that's 150 PIB with a double of 300. So what happens in the compensation at the different levels? So the first level is a consultant. How do I become a consultant? You become a consultant when you enroll 1 on your left and 1 on your right. You've done this now, you're a consultant, and you receive a $50 bonus from Isagenix because they say, woo, thank you for sharing. And now you're eligible for cycle pay. So what's after a consultant? You help 2 people with Isagenix, and then you help them help 2 people, or you get your people paid. You plus 2, them plus 2. It's all about getting people paid. I want all my people paid. Big time. So what do I get for that? I get a $50 consultant advancement bonus. Every time I help someone become a consultant, I get $100 per consultant, up to my first 20. If I do this, if I become a manager in my first 30 days, Isagenix says, I'm going to give you $250 because you're a freaking rock star. I just earned $500 in 30 days minimum. It's amazing. This compensation plan is crazy. It's just, I love it. I love how generous this company is. Okay, so now I'm a manager. Where do I go now? Now you're a director. And what's a director? When you personally enroll 6 consultants. Isagenix will give you a $400 bonus for showing your team how to get paid. Really, it's a $600, but you got the $200 when you became a manager, so your additional $400. So you got a $50 consultant bonus. You got that $600 in consultant development bonuses, that $250 Crystal Manager bonus for your first 30 days. And now if you do this in your first 90 days, you get another $750 for $1,650 minimum in your first 90 days. I shake my head. I wish you could see me. It's awesome. So where do you go after director? Executive. And I'm going to tell you what I've heard a million times, and I personally am working my butt off to get there. Get to executive as fast as you can. As fast as you can. What's an executive? When you personally enroll 10 consultants, 5 on your left and 5 on your right. Why does it have to be 5 and 5, Colleen? Because Isagenix wants you to have a strong business. They're not like these other companies who just are willy-nilly and don't want you to have that true growth and depth and residual income. They want you to be strong. Again, it goes back to the beginning of 1 on your left and 1 on your right. You constantly want to build that strong team. So if you have 5 consultants on each side, your strength and your depth is just that much stronger. So Isagenix will give you a $400 bonus for showing these people how to get paid. So really, you're getting that $50 consultant bonus. You're getting $1,000, $100 for each person that you help to become a consultant. That $250 Crystal Manager bonus, that $750 Crystal Director bonus, and now $1,000 Crystal Executive bonus for doing this in the first 6 months. You just earned $3,050 minimum in your first 6 months. It's so awesome. The money is just unlimited. It's incredible. So compensation, how fast do you want to go? Do you need immediate cash flow? Here's how you can earn $5,000 in 5 weeks. It's so simple. I don't even want to walk you through it and read it to you because you can see it. It's so easy. It's so laid out. It's just 2 weeks and helping those 2 get 2. And in 5 weeks, you earn $5,028. It's so incredible and so easy. It's just a conversation. It's just sharing health. Look at it this way. You know, some people think about it and they're scared. When a new restaurant opens, do you say, hey, Stephanie, I'm going to go try out that new restaurant. I'll call you if it's good and you can meet me there. No, I say, Steph, let's go check that out. Same thing with Isagenix. I'm going to get healthy. Hey, do this with me. Like I said, you know, I'm going to be a millionaire. So do you want to watch me or do you want to do it with me? I want you to do it with me. I want us all to be millionaires. The good stuff. Cycles. I told you I'd talk about them. So as you share Isagenix and the people you enrolled, like I said before, your team begins to grow. Orders equal points. Think of it that way. Every time your combined business volume, your points equals 900, 600 on one side and 300 on the other, you turn a cycle. Each cycle is worth $54. So as you can see, let's say Sarah orders 200, Nicole orders 200, Andrea orders 200. But here's the beauty of it. Andrea's, let's pretend this is the bottom. Her 200 rolls up to Nicole. So Nicole now has 400. So if she had a business over here on the side, if she started her own other leg, she could have crazy cycles. But that 400 now rolls up to Sarah. So now Sarah really truly has 600. So if she had a business, she potentially could have tons of cycles. But then that 600 points rolls all the way up to the top of the team. Now on the other side, Stephanie orders 150, Kim orders 150, that's 300, boom, I just cycled. But you got to remember, I got all people down here, I got people down there, so there's lots of cycles. But here's the one thing that I have to talk about, I have to share. I struggle with it personally myself, and like I told you, I will always be open and honest and tell you my true feelings and give you true and fair and good advice. You cannot worry about how many cycles you are or are not having until you get to executive. And everyone says that, and I want to walk my own walk, talk that I'm talking, you know, but I do. I sometimes get a little frustrated because sometimes I have 5 cycles and sometimes I have 1 cycle and then I have 3 cycles and I'm not consistent, but I'm not an executive yet. And the reason why I'm learning that they say don't worry about, you know, you can't worry about your cycles until you get there is because I just don't have that team depth yet. Until I get 10 consultants and then they're developing their people into consultants and becoming executives themselves, I can't count on my cycles because I just don't have that bench strength yet. So it's hard. I struggle with it myself, and you know, like I said, I need to take my own advice, but you can't worry about it. Now, if you leave your career, I totally get it. I was eliminated from my position. My amazing, awesome husband said, "This is your passion. This is what you love. Go for it." And luckily, we have his income. We struggle still from time to time, but we have another income coming in. So my inconsistent cycles right now isn't a killer for us. But once we get to that huge cycle consistency, it's going to make all the difference in the world. And that's where I tell everyone, I'm going to retire my husband 15 years before his pension. He's a firefighter, and I want him off that job 15 years before he would even be old enough to collect the pension. So we're going to do it. Isagenix is going to do it. And that's the beauty and the power of this unlimited income that I want for myself, for my team, for my family, for my friends, for anyone who needs it, who wants to live that life that they desire, that wants to be home with their kids and watch them grow and never miss another cheerleading or football game or whatever, or take those crazy vacations with your husband and go places that you've always wanted to go. I mean, like one of my places is Fiji. I want to go to Fiji. You know, so I have it up on my vision board, and I know when I get to a certain level, there's a certain amount that I need to get to, earning wise. And we're going to Fiji. So, I mean, this is unlimited potential. Why do you want to slave 40 hours a week, 50, 60, 70 hours a week for somebody else to make money? Make money for yourself. So the compensation plan highlights, let's talk about those. You're paid on all purchases below you, even if you don't personally enroll them. You earn the same amount regardless of depth. So regardless of how deep it goes, every cycle is $54. And you're paid 100% on all your consultants. We'll talk about that in 1 second. I'll tell you what that is. But here's what it means, and here's what you benefit from the volume. 18 cycles a week, $50,000 annual income. 36 cycles a week, $100,000 annual income. So here's what I was telling my team, I tell myself, I tell my husband, let me work really hard for 5 years to secure the rest of my life. Yeah, that's it. Residual income. Residual income is income you earn off work you do once. Catch that? Work you do once. How many times do you do the same thing at your job over and over and over and again? That's why you get a paycheck, because you got to do the same thing over and over and over and over. I used to be in planning. Same thing over every month, over and over and over. Residual income. income you earn off work you did once. So I called my bestie, Steph, and I said, Steph, this is amazing. I feel better than I'm at 40. I weigh less than I did at 18 in high school. I look better than I did in high school. I feel amazing. I have more energy than I know what to do with. I love my life. I love how I feel. I love how I look. My husband, oh my God, don't even get me started. He looks incredible. Abs for days, ladies, abs for days. But so I called Steph. I said, you want in? Yes, I want in. Work I did once. Work I did once. I introduced Stephanie. She loves products, loves it, uses it. Her little baby steals her shakes all the time, loves it. Just for helping Stephanie feel healthy and feel good, I earn residual income. Everyone should have residual income. Everyone. Your strategy. What's your strategy for compensation? Personally enroll people. That's it. Keep your family on one side is what they say. I have a little different feeling on this. They say that because, volume rolls up. So if my, say, father was under my husband, whatever my dad buys, then that volume rolls up to my husband and so on and so forth. But I say do what's right for a business. I honestly have family on both sides, both legs. You got to do what's right for your business. You got to do what's right for building and keeping a strong, solid business. So I leave that up to you. Again, I'm always honest. I'm telling you what has been put out there, but I'm also telling you what I do. So, you've got to work your business the way you need to work it. Enroll your spouse and your kids who are over 18. Why? Give them a stock in your business. Why wouldn't you? I mean, if you owned your own business, you would somehow protect your family. If you're going to consume more than 100 BV a month, which most people do, even if your spouse wasn't using the products, enroll him or her. Give them a stake, give them a high spot on your tree. I mean, my husband sits very high up on my right side, and I keep him active. He's a user, he's a product user, but I keep him active, make sure that I order at least 100 under him every month. And one day I may need to build under him. I may need to make him a consultant. He's just an associate right now, but who knows one day. The amount of volume that man is going to be sitting on is incredible because I'm keeping him active. Same thing. I have a daughter who's going to turn 18 at the end of September. You best believe her little booty's going on my tree. It gives your family a stock in your business. So do it. 100 BV a month. Do it. You also want to possibly approach people in other network companies. And the reason why I say that is because Isagenix is great. It's okay if you're in another business. It's okay. Once you get to a certain level, and it's in the business pretty far, then they'll ask you to surrender your position with the other company because you're building a huge network with Isagenix. But in the beginning, there's no reason why you can't. And the thing is actually one of my biggest business builders is in another network marketing company. But I think once people get here, they're going to see that other companies with stair-step breakaway programs, compensation plans, and all that, this compensation plan that Isagenix has is incomparable to anyone else. And some of the biggest money earners in Isagenix today came from other companies. And they'll tell you hands down, there's nobody out there that pays like Isagenix. So, speaking with people in other network marketing companies could be huge for your business. You want to find people who are entrepreneurial, and that's not just the people who had their own business or have their own business or whatnot. It could be the stay-at-home mom that wants to make some extra money. I'll use my sister. My sister's husband is a great provider. He owns his own business, but he owns his own business. He's on call 24 hours a day. It drives my sister insane. He works Saturday, Sunday. He works late nights. He's exhausted. You know, he tries to sneak away and find time to come to all the kids' stuff, and I'm sure he makes 90% of it, but he misses a lot too. So I told my sister, you know, what if you made $4,000 a month? Would that make a difference? Oh yeah, it would. He could hire somebody to do those nights, to do those weekends, so they could be together all the time. So never judge a book by its cover. Never say, oh, that person won't build a business, because honestly, some of my, oh, they'll never build a business are some of my best business builders, or trying to be. So don't ever judge a book by its cover. Entrepreneurial in any sense of the word. But you want to find people who are open-minded about health, open-minded about unlimited compensation, open-minded about life. You know, because this isn't a diet. I hate that word diet. It's a lifestyle, and I choose to live a healthy lifestyle. So you know, you need those kind of people. You need positive people. They say that you tend to be like the 5 people that you associate yourself with the most. So I hope the 5 people that you are with the most are positive, uplifting, loving, giving people. If not, you might want to rethink your circle. But no, just kidding. Well, seriously, not kidding. But no, you want positive people. You want happy, uplifting go-getters. You know, you don't want a negative Nancy. Oh well, you know, you don't want Eeyore. Be positive. Get positive. Surround yourself with positive people. You want someone who has a large circle of influence. You want that get shit done person, or the one that captivates people when they talk, or the one that people always want to be friends with, or, you know, just love and want to hang out with. You know, those people who are just that magnet for other people. Somebody like that would be great to talk to. You want to build 2 power legs. And again, this goes all the way back to the very beginning slides, where one on your left, one on your right. You want to build that strong, healthy business so that residual income is just beautiful and just flowing ridiculous amounts of money your way. And then the last thing is spouses must enroll spouses. Why? I don't know. I don't know the exact reason why. I'm sure there's some legalities to it. I'll tell you, like I said, I'm honest. I don't know exactly why, but spouses, just stick to the spouses must enroll spouses. We'll go back to Steph. Sorry, Steph, I keep using you. You know, if Stephanie's husband wanted to join, I can't enroll him. Stephanie needs to roll on her husband. Same thing for me. If the person who enrolled me, if they enrolled my husband, no, they can't. I have to enroll my own husband. And again, it goes back to that stock in your business. You want your family in your own business. So spouses enroll spouses, keep to that rule. Okay, so how do we get paid? We are earning all this income. How do we get paid? You get paid every Monday. So all you corporate people out there who go to work hating Mondays, which, by the way, did you know that heart attacks happen the most on Monday mornings? Crazy, right? So those of you that stress on Mondays, I don't. Monday's payday for me. Woo! Sometime between 11 and 2 or 3, I get that email that says, congratulations, and it gives me my compensation report of how much money is on my debit card. Great. So when you're a consultant, Isagenix sends you your own debit card. It's a Visa. It works everywhere. Trust me, I've tried it. And each pay week, you earn your product introduction bonuses, your cycle pay, your earnings, your bonuses, everything. Everything goes on this card. And Isagenix sends you that beautiful email and lets you know how much money is in there. So that's how you get paid. And you can transfer the money into your own account. You can use it on this card. You can withdraw it. So there's lots of different ways to use your money. Okay, the explanation of the ranks. Preferred customer. Don't enroll preferred customers. Don't let anyone be a preferred customer, I should say. It's someone who opens an account, they get a website, they get a back office, but they never, ever, ever can make money in the company. They don't get any bonuses. They don't get any, they don't get to keep their volume. They don't get the volume that rolls up to them. It's crazy. They get no part of the business. It just doesn't make any sense. Associate. Associate is someone who opens an account with Isagenix. They can get referral fees. They can get compensation. The goal is everyone should be an associate. It's an opportunity to grow the business if you choose. And I have lots of people who say, I'm never going to grow the business. I'm never going to do the business. But again, what if in a year somebody says, you look amazing. I want your energy. I want to look and feel as happy as you do. I want what you have. And you enroll 2 people and you've been an associate and you've been collecting and sitting on that BV for months and months and months and months. Payday. So even if somebody says they don't want to do the business, they should be an associate. They should stay active and they should keep collecting that volume, because never say never, my friends. Consultant. That's where you're an associate, you're active, you're actively purchasing your 100 BV each month, and you have 2 people, one on your left and one on your right, and they're both active, purchasing their 100 BV a month. Boom! You're getting all kinds of money. You get business volume, the business volume that rolls up to you. You get bonuses, all that kind of stuff. Manager. That's when you personally sponsor 2 people who both become consultants. They can be on any leg. You receive a $100 bonus for each one that you make, and then you start getting more cycle pay. A director is when you personally sponsor 6 people who become consultants. And again, these can be on any leg. I try to get it, close to even, because when you get executive, you need 5 and 5. But these can be on any leg. So if all 6 are on one leg, all 6 are on one leg. And you receive the bonus for each, $100 bonus for each one. And again, that cycle pay just increases. Executive. That's when you personally enroll 5 consultants on your right and 5 consultants on your left. When you reach this rank, here's where, remember before we talked about the match, the consultant match? Here's where it comes in. Once you're an executive, you make a 10% match each month on all your personally enrolled consultants. So let's, again, use Steph. If I were an executive, I would get all my BV, all my cycle pay for the whole month each week, earning my cycle pay, any bonuses, anything like that. At the end of the month, whatever Stephanie, my consultant, earned from all her bonuses, her cycle pay, all her pay, Isagenix is going to pay me a 10% match. Think about that. I get a 10% match on all my enrolled consultants. What if my entire team is consultants? Holy moly. Crazy. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I think this is the last slide, so I'm just going to talk for a second before I click. So it's easy. Isagenix is such an easy business. People overthink it and I can't do that and I can't talk to people. It's just a conversation, everybody. It's just a conversation. You're going to hear a million no's. I did. Stephanie told me no at first. I know she's crazy, right? People are going to tell you no. It's okay. You know why? Because I've had a lot of people tell me no who come back to me and say, I can't, I need it. I want to do it. Whether they want the products, to lose weight, to gain energy, whatever reason, or they want the business model or the money or whatever. I've had lots of people. I've had more people come to me than I've gone to them. So truly, it's not hard to share. and you can't take the no's personally, and you can't get down and frustrated. You know, I've been doing this full time. I lost my job at the end of February, and today it's mid-June. So I haven't been doing this full time that long. I've heard a lot of no's, and I've had a lot of weeks where the business has moved slow for me, but it doesn't deter me. It doesn't stop me. It doesn't make me say, oh, I can't. I love this. I love the products. Like I said, my husband and I are both big product users. We love them. I mean, I just did our Autoship today, and his Autoship alone was a couple hundred BV, so I had to take 100 and purchase it under someone else who I know wasn't going to be able to make a purchase. But it's just, you know, I love the company. I love the products. Everything's all natural and gluten-free and nothing artificial and all just healthy, good stuff. And then the compensation. I began Isagenix for the products and for my health. Losing weight, bonus. Big, huge bonus. But how healthy I feel, that I can't even put into words. I mean, I'll get choked up if I talk about it. But and then when I started looking at this compensation, I mean, honestly, I say this to myself. I'm not calling anybody else out there, but I'd be an idiot not to do this. I mean, it's to just help people feel good about themselves, about their health, about their life, and possibly make multi-millionaires in the process, help people become millionaires and multiple income earners. I mean, it's just, I love it. I just love every aspect of it. And I want to share with everybody I can, because everyone deserves this. Everyone deserves to feel healthy. Everyone deserves to feel good. And everyone deserves unlimited income and to live the life that they want with their family, with their spouse, with their kids, with their whoever. I mean, like I said, I want to retire my husband. I want to pay my parents' house off. I want to take my kids on to Africa and Ireland and all over the world. And I want that romantic vacation in Fiji. Are you kidding me? With my husband and his beautiful abs now? Yeah, give me 7 days in Fiji. No, I'm just kidding. Well, no, I'm not kidding, but you know what I mean. So again, I'm here. I want us to grow. Even if I'm not financially connected to you and you just found this video, reach out to me. We're one team. Hashtag one team. I'll help you. I'll help you in any way that I can. So good luck. And please, again, if you need anything, I'm here. Have a good night. Thanks. Oh, and I'm back. Explanation ranks. This just talks about the golden circle, the silver circle, and the 1 star, 2 star, all that kind of stuff. But I kind of summed everything up. So I'm just going to leave this and let you look at it if you need to. And again, I'm always here.